Blue, green, red, black, white, purple, and yellow. It might be a fun little experiment to just simply look at which color of skins performed the best as an investment in recent times. I have a sneaking suspicion that green skins might be on top. We will exclude any other factor than color to make it as simple as possible. We will not look at gloves or knives and only consider the best wear of each skin, usually factory new. We will go with the 20 most popular, traded, and sought after skins from each color. If a skin has more than one color, we'll categorize it based on which color is on it most. I'll be referencing buff prices, rest in peace by the way, from January 2023 up until today, and look at how much the returns were percentage-wise. I'll add them all up for each color and calculate the average so we can compare. Let's go from least profitable to most profitable and talk about interesting outliers. The average white skin returned 36.92% since the beginning of 2023, making it the worst color on average of the ones I analyzed. Interestingly enough, the USP Print Stream was the worst performer of all the white skins, while the USP Whiteout was the best one with almost 150% return on invest. Its rarity due to the discontinued collection as well as the fact that its float cap barely above factory new plays a huge role in these returns, I'm thinking. I was expecting the Vulcan to have returned more than the actual 28%, but it looks like that wasn't the case. All of the Asimov skins hovered between -11% to +19%, which really isn't all too great. Next up, with an average return of 61.18%, are the yellow skins. Leading the gains is the Deagle Golden Koi with a whopping 237% returns since the beginning of 2023. The price increase really only started with the CS2 announcement hype, and prices never really dropped to what they were before. The skin has been changed with CS2 as well, making it look more shiny and brighter, and it seems like most people like it better that way. Yet another skin from the discontinued Train 2021 collection shows great returns, which is the FAMAS Meltdown. The Mach 10 Gold Brick almost doubled in price, also with great help of the CS2 skin changes. A factory new Dragonlore returned around 30%. If you didn't buy the M4 Buzzkill, you have been fine when it comes to the most popular yellow skins. Moving on to the next color that has almost the same average returns of 61.67%, we take a look at black skins. Later in the video we see pretty big jumps in the average returns, so stay tuned for that. The M4 Nitro drastically lowers the average, being the only black skin that actually lost value over the last 18 months. The AWP Graphite barely held its value. It just looks way worse in CS2 and honestly lost its appeal, at least to me. Black skin returns are dominated by older trade-up skins like the M4 Dark Blossom from the St. Mark collection, trading up to the Wild Lotus, the AUG Wings, trading up to an AK Case Hardened, or the P2K, eventually trading up to a Dragonlore. In general, most of the expensive and more popular black skins have been in the game for a while, which you can't necessarily say for the upcoming red skins. On average, those returned 66.72% during the analyzed time period. The most expensive skin of them, the M4 Howl, only returned 13.14%. Pretty disappointing for such an iconic skin. On the other hand, we have the Hot Rod skins that did pretty well, especially the MP9, but also the M4 and the AUG. Other play skins like the AK Bloodsport or the AK Empress also had decent returns, but not as good as the average blue skin that increased in value by 74.93%. We are getting pretty close to great returns now. Very impressive were the expected gains of the M4 Blue Phosphor that also drives the value of all other Control collection skins. I somehow didn't even realize the Glock Twilight Galaxy did this well, but CS2 and especially the hype for it drove those gains. Cheaper skins like the USP Blueprint or the M4 Guardian weren't able to keep up with most of the other blue skins in terms of increased value. The AK Ice Cold, being from the recoil case, suffered a pretty big loss and has been on a downtrend for a while, which is in line with its case development. The P2K Ocean Foam from the Bravo case is looking at similar returns as the AK Fire Serpent, which brings us to the green skins. They returned an average of 109.35%, which places them second, only behind the average gains of purple skins, which we will talk about in a second. Leading the gains with 500% is the M4 Moss Quartz, which shows a beautiful uptrend. It's also very much benefiting from the CS2 new looks, as well as being from the discontinued Norse collection. So there's multiple avenues driving this demand, which is always pretty good. Also, the average Glock Gamma Doppler, as well as the AUG Carved Jade, went insane. Notably, the best gainers here weren't really expensive to begin with, and still aren't out of reach for the average player. Overall, green skins, great gains as expected. What I didn't think is that the popular purple skins actually increased more than average in the analyzed time period. A whopping 115.23% to be exact. 700% is what the Scar Magna Carta returned. Now, if you haven't heard of that skin at all, this and the famous Prime Conspiracy are another ones from the Control Collection trade-up skins that we've heard about previously. Liquidity for it has been drying up with these price increases, but we do see around one of them sold on the SCM daily. Purple USP skins also worked, looking at the purple DD pad and the Black Lotus. The AWP automatic aberration, also being from the recoil case, suffered the same fate as the Ice Cold and is down pretty bad. I think we have gotten a pretty clear picture about what works and what doesn't in the skin investment department. Not necessarily talking about color here either. You may draw your own conclusions, but I wouldn't take this for fun analysis too seriously. For the absolute winners that have watched the entire video, you can win a Black Lotus USP. Just comment something regarding skins and have your trade link in your YouTube profile. Subscribing would be very nice as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.